Hi everyone. I was in two minds about doing this short video on account as this has been a very sad week or the last few days, and obviously lots of things have been changed and it is very sad. These things happen though, unfortunately. It sort of made me think in the past what has gone on, and of course talking about the late Queen and her actual coronation, which I believe was in 1952 after hearing her father had died. She was in Africa at the time when the news came through. I was merely a kid then, very young, not really knowing what was going on, perhaps very ignorant of things. I know I liked doing my little things, fiddling with electrical bits, batteries, bulbs, wires, electromagnets, you name it. Anyhow, the coronation, as I remember it, was put on TV, and we didn't have TV at the time, and was asked if we wanted to go into our neighbour's house to watch it take place, which we did. Interesting then, TVs were slightly different to what they are now. Woolies was selling, especially for the coronation, a coloured screen which you could plaster over the existing tube, and it was in 3 colours. It's a bit of a gimmick, but I do remember that, and also remembered for very tiny sets you could buy a magnifying glass which fitted over the actual cathode ray tube. This was filled with distilled water. Yeah, my memory on certain things is quite good. On other things, don't ask me what happened yesterday. I haven't a clue. Unfortunately, I've said before, dates become a bit of a blur. I'm number blind, and I understand that has kept me back from school days. But not to worry, I progressed with the GPO and got their redundancy, which has really helped me a lot. Still getting their pension, which I thank them very much. Anyhow, it has brought to mind other incidents throughout the world which has happened, and where I used to live there was a fish and chip shop just downstairs. It was called the Chase Fisheries, and if anyone else remembers it. It was a long time ago. Fish and chips came to about £1 a throw, so that'll give you some idea. Anyhow, while I was waiting to be served in line, they had a little radio, little portable radio, and the news came through that Kennedy had been shot and killed. Well, that impressed on my mind, and I've always remembered that. The other time was a much later date. Once again, don't ask me the dates, I'm no good at dates. I was in the local vets with one of my poor pussycats, and they had, I don't know, they had a TV showing in the reception room, and when I looked up I could see a plane flying into a bloody great tall building, and of course it was the Twin Towers, so I can remember that very well. So yeah, these things do bring back memories. Obviously great sorrow goes out to what has happened. Wish luck to the new king, Charles III, I think it was he must be about my age, or I think a few years younger. But anyhow, it comes to mind when all these things happen. I can not do more than wish all well, and condolences obviously to the family. Anyhow, that's enough of my little spiel. I do like talking, I must admit. Let's get back to a short video on this phone. It's 706. I was up in the loft again. I'm just about getting in the loft still. God knows what'll happen when I can't get in the loft, but anyhow, I got in the loft. I knew I had one of these. It's what's called a watch receiver, and also the attachment what it clips onto. Alright, that as far as I can remember came off of a smashed case, which I bundled the stuff up in the loft, not thinking I'd ever use it again. Anyhow, I also found I had another nice white pristine 706, the nice white dial. Don't think it's ever been used. Which we look at the back of it, tells you it's quite heavy. 706L, that means letters, I believe. CWL 63/1. So it goes back a few years, and it's the type with the plastic base, which was hardwired, not with a printed circuit. Very well made, by the way. And as I say, the receiver it takes place of one of the little holders that holds the case on. Anyhow, over here, these were not very popular. In fact, I think this may be something of a rarity, I don't know. I do know in France, I think I'm running out of power, in France they were more popular. Anyhow, quickly before I end, because I think it's about to cut off, you have a switch on here, a gravity switch. So when this is put back on the hook, there's a contact in the watch receiver which turns it off. So when it's hung up, it is not on, it's turned off, which is different to the French one, which is often called the mother-in-law's earpiece. Anyway, I'm going to end now because I think my battery's running out. So thanks again for watching. Sympathies go to all concerned with what we've heard on the news, and I will see you again with something else, another phone perhaps. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Thank you.